Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anggun Maharani. Today I will give example about what are target needs. Definition: target needs is something of an umbrella term, with its practice hide a number of important distinctions. In other words, target need is what the learner needs to do in the target situation. Thus, it is more useful to look at the target situation in terms of necessities, likes, and wants. The first, necessity. According to the demands of the target situation, this is what the learner has to know in order to function effectively in that situation. Necessities are about what the learner has to know in order to function effectively in the target situation. In other words, necessity also means the needs of someone to be success in his or her business. More info: according to Award 1982 quote in West 1994, "When is the skill which a student sees as being relevant to himself or herself." For example, a businessman or woman might need to understand business letters to communicate effectively at sales conferences, to get the necessary information from sales catalogs, and so on. He or she will presumably also need to know the linguistic features, discursal function, structural, lexical, which are commonly used that situation identified. Thus, observing the situation the learner will need to function and then analyzing that constituent parts of them is important in order to know the necessities of the learner. The second lacks. According to what the learners already know, we decide what necessities are missing. There is gap between the exciting proficiency and the target proficiency. Lacks is the differences between the student present competence and the desired competence. Alright, 1982 quote in West 1994. Moreover, based on English for specific purpose, backlog is about what the learners know already, so that the teacher or the facilitator can decide it, which of the necessity the learners lacks. The third, wants. According to what we have considered from an objective of, we have to say that a need does not excite independent of a person. According to Alright 1982, quote in West 1994, wants in those needs on which students put a higher priority in the available. Moreover, according to Henderson and Waters 1987, definition of wants is perceived of subjective needs of learners. Wants also mean that the student need to know what they want to be learner. From that situation, student will do some efforts to achieve their willing. Okay, I think now the next material will be explained by my colleagues. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Elvira Agape Swasti. Today, I will explain about gathering information about target needs. Okay, first, the analysis of target needs involves far more than simply identifying the linguistic feature of the target situation. Okay, the most frequently used question, interview, observation, data collection, and etc. Okay, the analysis of target situation Needs is answers a matter question about the target situation and the attitude towards that situation of the various participants of the learning process. Okay, and then why is language needed? First, for study. Second, for work. Third, for training. 5, for a combination of these. And the last, for a some purpose, status, examination, and promotion. Who will learners use the language with? First, native speaker or non-active. And second, level of knowledge of receivers. And the last, relationship. Okay, who will the learner use the language with? And first, active speaker or non-active. And second, level of knowledge of receivers. And the last, relationship. Okay, and then where will the language be used? First, physical setting. Example, hotel, office, and etc. And the second, human context. Example, meeting, demonstration on telephone. And the last, linguistic context. Example, in own country and abroad. Okay, and the last, when will language be used? First, concurrently with the ESP, and the second, frequently, seldom in small amounts, in large chunks. Okay, ESP like another educational matter is concurrent with people. For example, in analyzing the needs of students, it would be normal practice to ask both the lecturer and the student about their English needs. Okay, I think my presentation is enough. Thank you for your attention and see you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Febrianda. I'm from English Department. Today this video to fulfill my task, English specific for purpose. Okay, let me explain about learning needs. What do we mean about needs? According to the Language Center approach, it is the ability to comprehend or produce the linguistic features of the target of situation. It means that learning needs is what the students needs to do in order to learn. An imaginative example of a focus on the learning situation by James B. Herbolich Box Kite Project 1979. He gives 5 reasons for choosing. The first, relatively new to the students, and the second, related to a field of engineering, and the third, a device which allow the attainment of new lexis, and the fourth, a device which actually would operate, and the last, enjoyable to construct and test. Moreover, for the example, in a target situation, students may need to read a long, dull, complex text, but they have a motivation may be high because the first, they like the subject in general, and the second, examination are looming, and the last, job or promotion prospect may be involved, and etc. So in this chapter, we can conclude that we have looked at the most characteristic feature of English specific purpose course design needs analysis, and then we have tried to show that it is a complex process involving much more than simply looking at what the learners will have to do in the target of situation. Analysis of target situation needs is concerned with language use, but language use is only part of the story. Okay, I think my explanation is enough. I hope this video is useful for us. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Santina Yuseka. I want to continue the material from Febrianda. It's about analyzing learning needs. To analyze learning needs, we can use similar checklists to that used for target situation analysis. A framework for analyzing learning needs. 1. Why are the learners taking the course? There are 5. The first, compulsory or optional. The second, apparent need or not. And the third, are status, money, promotion involved. And the next, what do learners think they will achieve? And the last, what is their attitude towards the ESP course? Do they want to improve their English, or do they resent the time they have to spend on it? 2. How do the learners learn? There are 4. The first, what is their learning background? What is their concept of teaching and learning? What methodology will appeal of them? What sort of techniques are likely to bore or alienate them? 3. What resources are available? There are 6. Number and professional competence of teachers, attitude of teachers to ESP, teachers' knowledge of an attitude to the subject contents, material, aids, and the last, opportunities for out-of-class activities. 4. Who are the learners? Age or sex or nationality? What do they know already about English? What subject knowledge do they have? What are their interests? What is their socio-cultural background? What teaching style are they used to? What is their attitude to English or to the culture of the English-speaking world? 5. Where will the ESP course take place? There are 1. Are the surrounding pleasant, dull, noise, cold, and etc. 6. What will the ESP course take place? There are 4. Time of day, every day or once a week, full time or part time, and the last, concurrent with need or pre-need. I think enough. So the conclusion of our material is analysis of target situation need is concerned with language use, but language use is only part of the story. That's all about our explanation. May be enough. Thank you so much for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.